Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're in my office because I wanted to share with you my top 3 tips for just getting more done. Now, I am in no way like a productivity expert, but I've read a lot of books and I've learned a lot in my journey. I definitely have undiagnosed ADHD. I'm all over the place and I find it really hard to focus. So I need to use little sort of tips and tricks to really, keep me on point, keep me on track, and keep me getting more done than I ever thought I could. And I have a few little tips and tricks for you that they work for me, so hopefully they may work for you. Tip number 1 is to create a dream board. Honestly, I didn't do this for the longest time. I sort of had the dreams that I want, a bucket list, I guess, as you could call it, in my head, and I'd written it down on a piece of paper from time to time. But when I actually took the time to display it and make something that's really visual that I see all the time, my motivation to, accomplish those dreams went through the roof. Instead of having something sort of in your face like you think of when you think of a traditional dream board, I got this idea from a fellow YouTuber. I'm gonna put the link to her video below, and I love the way it turned out. It's really subtle. It just looks like Polaroids. It just took me a few minutes to make these. I thought of a dream that I really wanted. I found a Google image for it. I went into PicMonkey, which is a free software, and I just put it into a Polaroid frame and printed it out black and white. The result is still motivating, but I know what these mean. They have symbolic meanings for me, but it's not like in your face, big dream board, which is that's what I thought I had to have in order to make a dream board. I have to tell you, sitting by my desk every day and just glancing over at this has made me so much more motivated. It makes me happier when I'm sitting at my desk working, and overall it's just been such a positive thing. So I definitely recommend that you create some sort of dream board, or if you don't have a ton of space, a dream binder. Something that you can have that you can look at often, even putting these in a frame and displaying it, on your bedside table. So it's the first thing you see when you wake up and the last thing you see when you go to bed. You're gonna see a huge change in your motivation. Tip number 2 is definitely to have an idea book. So I just use a spiral notebook. You can see it's well loved, but I'm constantly putting ideas that I have in one place instead of putting it on sticky notes all over the place. Now I'll show you how Post-its really help me in a minute, but to have one solid place where I put all my ideas is so helpful, because I go back and I really can see things that I've forgotten about, or get inspired all over again by writing it down. These are just like goals for the month, and ideas that I've had for like an awesome invention. I don't know, I lay in bed at night and I'm like, what would be a great invention? I can write it in my sort of idea book. It's practically full. I really need to get a different one soon, but I love going through it again and looking back and feeling that inspiration all over again. Maybe I have a short-term memory problem, I don't know, but I think of these great ideas and then I sort of forget about them, or I write them down and the paper gets lost. Having an idea notebook, I keep it in my top desk drawer and I go through it all the time, has been instrumental in just remembering and re-inspiring me all of those things. It's sort of like a Pinterest in real life without the pictures, but it works. You definitely have to give yourself an idea notebook. Give it a try today. Tip number 3 is definitely having an organized workspace. And for me, if you're a crafter, your workspace would be your craft room. If you are a builder, your workspace would be your workshop. For me, I work in here, in the office. I do video editing and all that type of stuff. So for me, I need the office to be really organized and inspirational. When things are a cluttered mess in here, I feel overwhelmed, I get distracted, and nothing gets done. I literally could spend 8 hours in here and accomplish zero. I've been there, done that. Recently, I have to write a book. You know, I've just finished writing my first ever organizing book. It's coming out in April, but the task was overwhelming because I had to write, you know, 4,000 words every couple of days while still doing all the other stuff that I do. And I never thought I would get it done, but I did. And organizing this space and setting it up in a way where it's, you know, not only inspiring but functional was definitely like instrumental in that. It was, I had to set that up before my mind could focus and get that stuff done. So one of the big things is paper. Paper needs to have a really good organizing system in order to keep you staying productive. And paper's probably one of everyone's biggest nemesis. Everyone struggles with paper organization. Because everybody organizes really differently, you have to work with your own style. I'm gonna put the link, you guys know I love this, I'm gonna put the link below to a test that you can take to find out your own personal style. And I think it definitely, with paper, that's the biggest difference. My husband needs to visually see it. He is a cricket. So he needs to see it, but he needs it to be like neat and tidy and orderly. So having a magazine rack for his paper, you know, up on the wall so he doesn't forget about it, but clearly labeled and all sorted and nerded out. He needs that in order to remember to pay the bills. I am a ladybug, so I like things hidden away, but I need to access it easily or it'll be a jumbled, gigantic mess. So for me, these accordion file folders are perfect. They're pretty, but they're also really functional, and you can, you know, customize it just for your needs, and it's right at your fingertips. Remember, when you're organizing paper, no matter what system you're using, that vertical is visual and horizontal is hidden, which means if you're just piling paper, all of that stuff in that pile is going to be hidden. If you're using a vertical file folding system, you're much more likely to see what you have and remember to deal with it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I super appreciate it. And just to let you know, hopefully you've subscribed if you haven't already, because I have this really awesome 12 giveaways of Christmas coming up. It's a contest every day for 12 days. I'm gonna give away a pretty amazing prize. It's like Oprah style. They're literally all my favorite things. So I was like racking my brain thinking of all my favorite things. And some of the things I'm buying, some of the things I contacted the company and was like, please, I love you and I want to share. Can you give me one to give to my subscribers? So unfortunately, I can't give one to all of you. That would be amazeballs. But one lucky one of you every single day for 12 days is going to win some of these awesome prizes. So make sure you subscribe. You have to be a subscriber in order to enter. And then all you have to do is, you know, comment or share or like one of the videos talking, I'll do 12 videos talking about each of the things of the giveaway. We will randomly choose one of you and I will ship it worldwide, my friends, because I have subscribers all over the world. I hate that North America only thing. So I will pay for shipping, which may be more than the actual product I'm shipping to you, but that's okay. It's my Christmas gift to you because I love you guys. And so make sure that if you haven't already subscribed, that you do, and stay tuned for that. It is coming. I'm so excited to do that with you. I feel like Oprah-ish. Not really, but it's all right. And for those of you who have stuck to the very end, I'm gonna give you a little tour here of the office, but mostly of just like all the crap that I have to have. I'm gonna call it crap, but all the stuff I need to have to blog. Mostly because I'm old, that is true, but also because it's really dark in my house, so I need an obnoxious amounts of lights and a tripod so I don't make you vomit, and like just all this other stuff. So I'm gonna show you how I store all that and what it kind of looks like behind the scenes here. So here we go. Now I'm gonna make you throw up because I took you off the tripod. But okay, so I have like 3 light stands. I have it's called a makeup light or ring light or whatever here that goes directly behind, and then you can see this has been well loved. It's all cracky and everything. And then another light back there, and that's the umbrella that should have went on it, but I was feeling lazy. But anyways, this is where all of that gets stored. So I have this ottoman. It's actually just from Walmart. You can see there's so much more camera equipment just haphazardly tossed in there because that's the way I roll. But anyway, so I have just so much going on, and that is where I store it. I love this because it looks like an ottoman, but it stores all of this lovely stuff that breaks down. And then for my cameras, we actually have a lot of cameras because we just do. But all our cameras, our flashes, our camera equipment goes in here. And then we have additional lenses, and it's kind of messy. I should have organized that before I showed you. But additional lenses and batteries and backups and flashes and other light sources. This, like, the amount of craziness, it's all in there. So it's all hidden away. So this little room serves as so much, but the biggest thing it serves as is my husband basically treats this as a living room. We have a television downstairs and we don't have one upstairs, so we use this as like the grown-up living room, I guess. He watches a lot of sports in here. But this also works as our spare bedroom because this is an IKEA couch. It pulls out to a bed. So there's a lot going in this going on in this room. It's our TV room, it's our office, it's our spare bedroom, it's our, you know, studio equipment storage space, and of course it's my office here where I do all my creative here stuff. In the closet, you can see I haven't stained these doors yet. This is what all the wood in my house used to look like, this orangey oak. Isn't it beautiful? It's slowly getting all to espresso. But in here we have another computer, and basically this is just used to store all of our backup stuff. And I mean, we don't even really use it anymore, but it's in here. And then our labels, papers, all that, cables, all of that type of stuff is stored in here. And then our memory bins are up at the very top. So that's where every person gets like one memory bin up here. And every time we come across something, report cards or, you know, binders or pictures or medals, trophies, things we really want to keep. You can see Abby's is overflowing. We put it in our memory system there. So this, I never show you guys because it isn't pretty, but this is part of our office here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for the 12 giveaways of Christmas. I'm pretty excited about that. See you next time.